Hello and welcome to episode 1 of our Sheffield United Career Mode. Now, you may be wondering, if you are familiar with the channel, where the youth edition is. I will let you know right now that there are a few issues underlying here with Career Mode at the moment, and unfortunately we cannot start our youth edition Road to Glory Career Mode because there are some big faults here. You've probably seen them around social media and that. So until we get a patch to fix some of those things, I am unable to progress at the moment with the youth edition. It will come as soon as those fixes have been implemented. Until then, we're going to do a little bit of a mini series as voted by you guys in the community tab. We're going to do a season here with Sheffield United, just a regular career mode, not something that we normally do here, but you know what, let's have a crack at doing some real life transfers. We will still use the youth academy, of course, and we'll see what we can do here with Sheffield United, freshly promoted to the Premier League. Can we keep them up is the main thing. We will be playing on ultimate difficulty, 6-minute halves, and hopefully we can flip this squad around pretty quickly because it needs a little work. Let's go and have a look at the squad now. Right, so the squad looks like this at the moment. I have changed the default formation. They had 5 at the back, not something that I like to play with. So we've gone with a 4-3-3 formation. We've got Sharp up front, the captain. He's 33 years old, so already aging, but he's played at Sheffield for a few stints, and I think we'll just hold on to him. He can be the marquee man. And then I've basically got other strikers out here on the right, Mousset, and on the left, Robinson. In the midfield, we go with Norwood. Besic is in on loan at the moment, and Morrison. And the back line is Baldock, Egan. I've put Jagielka in there just for a bit of experience, and Osborne there is at left back. Henderson in on loan from Manchester United is the current goalkeeper. Verrips looks all right, 22 years of age from the Netherlands. We'll get some training into him as a backup. Stevens, 28, might be time to move him on. Fleck possibly as well. McBurney is an interesting one. We'll see how he develops. But all these older players like Mcgoldrick and the likes, I am going to try and move on. Try and get a little bit of a kitty, a bit of a war chest here together with Sheffield, and maybe we can make some moves in this transfer window, because there's 40-odd players in this squad and a fair bit of deadwood that I think, you know, I'm not going to waste my time on. Let's get them offloaded. Let's get some money for them and see if we can bring in some players that will grow and hopefully help Sheffield, you know, maybe for a mid-table finish if we're lucky. I can't see us challenging for a title or anything, but we'll play one season here, that's for sure. We'll see if those career mode fixes can come in, and then we'll assess at the end of the season what we're going to do. So let's jump into it and start making some transfers and the likes and see where we can get Sheffield before the opening game of the season. Right, so at the moment we've got 17 million in our transfer budget and 155 million pound in wages. We need to increase that if we want to bring in some players that can help out this team, but I am going to look for some you know, reasonable. I'm not going to go out there and blow the budget on one player. It's not worth it in a team like Sheffield. We need to bring in some young upcoming talent, hopefully some more English players, maybe some players from around the world. We'll have to wait and see what I can come up with. Not really used to going after real players. Feel free to leave me some comments down below on maybe some young cheap players that we could go after. But let's just jump into this. A transfer window. We've obviously got dynamic potential in play now, and all the press conferences and the likes. I've transfer listed a fair few players. I'm sure they're going to come back and have a little bit of a whinge. And just like that, they're all in here. I know you've got a reason to transfer list me, and we're just going to have to reply to all these and just look. We need money. I'm just going to tell them all that we need money, because there's just no doubt about it. We need money. They're all going to be shipped out because we need cash here so that we can hopefully bring some players in. Hopefully the morale doesn't drop too much, but we'll see what we can do here. Nice to meet you, Billy Sharp. Send my regards to the rest of the squad. Right, we've got the pre-season tournaments as well. These automatically just sim away, and Billy Sharp gets a hat-trick. Okay, 3-0, we'll take it. Right, we'll get a loan offer in here for Keane Bryan, 22 years of age, 64 overall. Probably not going to see much game time this season. If we can get a loan deal for him, sure, why not? Right, the Seattle Sounders are in for Kieran Freeman. Okay, his value is 800 grand. They've put 760 on at the table. We're going to send a delegation, try and get a bit more cash out of them. We'll start it at 1.1 million. Right, already working into the career mode issues with the loan being rejected. We get an offer in for White and an agreement here for Kieran Freeman. Let's have a look what's going on. Still only happy with 760, but I am going to move him on. And Jake Wright, what have they put on the table? 260. It's a little bit low. We'll send a delegation there as well. Right, away, and we get a draw. Okay, that's not too bad. Normally you get a loss when you're away. Right, it's our third game, and wow, what a victory. 5-1 over Palmer. Right, we've got an agreement here for Cover Harvard. And what are they putting on? 290. He's 33 years of age. He's going to start dropping. I am going to accept that offer, see if we can move him on. And we also pick up just over $1 million in additional transfer budget for making it through to the next round of the preseason tournament. Right, Kieran Freeman's move to the Seattle Sounders broke down. And we get an offer in here for Chris Bassam for $3.1 million. Let's have a look at it. He's worth 2.9. They've come in. I'm actually going to delegate this and see if we can get some more out of them. Semi-finals, and we go through on penalties 4-3 over Empoli through to the final. Right, we've got an offer in here from Atlanta United for Richard Stearman for just over $1 million for the centre-back. It's well below his valuation. We will send a delegation, try and bump that up. And we pick up another 1.4 million for making it through to the final. Jake Wright has been sold, 290 grand, 180 into our budget, but the negotiations are broken down for Chris Basham's price. And they said 4.6 was too much. All right, FC Lugano are in for 300 grand on Ben Henderson, or whatever his bloody name is. And 1.4 for Stearman. Let's get into this, and we'll accept the offer for Stearman. And what's he worth? 400 grand. They're just lowballing us. We're going to delegate once again. And the final of the preseason tournament, we lose 1-0 to Feyenoord, but a valiant effort from Sheffield. FC Thun are in for Stephen Mallon for 140 grand, and it's below his value, so we will send a delegation. All right, 330 for Ben Henderson, 25 years of age. I mean, it's probably a little bit low, but I'm looking to offload these players, so let's accept and see if they can get a deal done. Right, we get another offer in here for Stearman for 1.3 and an agreement for 200 grand we will be accepting from FC Thun. Right, we obviously need to bring some players in here to Sheffield, and I found some young talents floating about. We scouted them up, and an opportunity here maybe to spend some money. It just depends on how much it's going to cost us. 4.7, he's only recently joined the club. There is Nuno Tavares is the left back. Not sure we need a left back, but we definitely need a right back in play. What's he got going on here? Some decent pace, and he's Portuguese from Benfica. Okay, there's an option. We need some wingers though. Could Mbuembo from Brentford be an option? No, he's recently joined the club. Daniel Fry's a centre back that could play right back for us as well. He's an option. Emerson. They will not sell this player, but we can negotiate for him directly with an 8 million release clause. The Brazilian right back. Not too bad. Gonzalo Plata is at Sporting Portugal at the moment, the Ecuadorian left winger, 70 overall. He's only just joined the club. Pedro De La Vega. Okay, we could do some work here. Where's he? A right winger. Okay, this could be an option here. Pedro De La Vega. And he's got some pace, 70 overall. A right back here, and Robert Gumney from Poland. High work rates. Ooh, that's some nice pace. And we might be able to get him fairly cheaply. So there's one option. Reggie Cannon, the American. We know about this lad from our USA series that we did on FIFA 19. Definitely an option and very, very cheap. I'm actually going to go straight in here and try and get Reggie Cannon to Sheffield United. All right, here we go. DK, he's got the hat on. He's ready to go. Looking pretty casual here. A little bit aggressive, maybe. Good to see you. Looking forward to the meeting. Let's get this started. Well, we're trying to get Reggie Cannon over, and it's definitely going to be a purchase. 2.6 million value. And let's see if we can get him maybe a little bit cheaper. We'll have to see what we can do here. Hold to skip, of course. We'll offer a transfer fee, and I'm going to lowball them here. I'm just going to go straight in at 2 million and see what they reckon. 2 million for Cannon. All right, they want 2.3. It's under its evaluation, so we might be able to get him on the cheap here. I'm going to counter once again, propose a new transfer fee, and I'm going to drop it down to a flat 2-2 and submit that offer. Let's see what they come back with. Yeah, okay, 2.2 million for Reggie Cannon. He'll be our first signing if we can get the contract sorted. All right, let's get some negotiations going. With Reggie Cannon here. I'm not going to show you all of these cutscenes, but, you know, there's a couple of new ones floating about for FIFA 20. So we'll jump in. He wants an important squad role. I think we can offer that to him. Accept. Let's go, let's go. He wants a 5-year deal, that's fine. Yep, we'll sort that one out. And what else does he want? No release clause, good. Alright, and wages. Oh, he wants 9.3. That's fair enough, you're in the Premier League now. Yeah, sure, we'll accept that offer. Our first signing is Reggie Cannon. Right, so Reggie Cannon, a 70 overall right back, slot straight into the first team. 90 pace is very, very good. 91 sprint speed, good acceleration. Who will help us protect our wing play. We'll need to work on his technical attributes, but you know, I think that's not a bad purchase there for Sheffield. He will grow a little bit, that's for sure. We probably need to bring in some wingers and maybe a central defensive midfielder. We'll see what kind of money we've got to play with. But that was a very cheap purchase, so let's push on and see if we can get some more deals done. Right, Stearman not willing to move to Atlanta, but we get an offer in here for 410 grand for Ricky Ho. Right, it's under his evaluation, but he's 32 years of age, and I just want to get him off the book, so he's on 10 grand. Let's get him out of here. Alright, Stearman couldn't get a deal done for 1.5 either. Lundstrom has an offer in for 610 grand from Reading. It's under his evaluation. He's still only 25, so I'm going to send a delegation on this one. Alright, no deal for Hennigan. Stephen Mallon's been sold to FC Thun for 200 grand. Holmes has been sold for 410, and we get an offer in here for Leon Clark for 660 from another American side, but most of these boys just don't want to go on. He's 34 years of age, 660. I mean, it's an American team. Let's see if they are willing to, you know, relocate. All right, so it's agreement from Reading. They're only willing to pay 610, but I am willing to move Lundstrom on. A couple more transfer offers in. One from Espanyol for John Egan for 6.2 million. And 700 grand here for Freeman. So let's go and get those negotiated. Right, we've got a transfer on for John Fleck, 4.1 million from Hertha BSC. 27 years of age, and well, his market value could be a little bit higher. So let's send a delegation. All right, Barnsley are interested for 320. An agreement for 7.6 for John Egan. That is some big cash. The Freeman move has broken down, and we get 610 grand for Lundstrom. Now, John Egan, I mean, he's probably an important player here, but, I mean, 7.6 million, I'm sure we could find someone around the same rating. So I'm going to accept that offer, see if they can agree terms. And, well, Barnsley, I'll send a delegation. An offer in for Ferguson for 100 grand. Yes, accept. 550 for Simon Moore, and 4.6 for John Fleck. We'll accept that offer as well. Right, John Egan has been sold for 7.6 million, 5.5 into the kitty, and 440 for Hennigan we will be accepting. Right, it's time to go into the transfer market. I'm going to go in here for Francis Amuzu, the Belgian left winger. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. He's got some pace. We need to bring some wingers into this team. What's it going to cost us? Probably close to 5 million, I reckon. But that could be a pretty decent deal. He's only 19 years of age. He's got some growth in him. Let's see if we can get him here to Sheffield United. Right, so I've got a deal done. Fairly cheap, to be fair. 3.8 million. Let's see if we can agree a contract. Right, so we get our man, Amuzu. Pretty cheap, to be fair. He's on an 8 grand a week budget, but didn't really cost us much. Look at the pace of this lad. We needed a winger. We needed some pace, and he's definitely going to be able to do it. We'll get some training into him and get him moved up. We've still got a lot of strikers in here. I'd like to get rid of Mcgoldrick, Young and Clark if possible before the transfer window shuts. Really need to bring in some midfielders if anything, and obviously we need a right winger as well. We've only got Mousset sitting out there at the moment. Could Robinson play out there? Quite possibly. I'll have to wait and see. Maybe we'll try and find a right winger, and I think a big central defensive midfielder would definitely help us out moving forward in this career mode. Alright, so Simon Moore has been sold, 550. Fleck is gone for 4.6, so we're building a little bit of a kitty here, but we're going to have to start buying some players before this window does shut, and the Ferguson deal did break down. Alright, so before the opening day of the first game of the season, we have a new press conference. Now, what kind of manager are we? We're a run of former pre-season left, the fans wanting more of the same once it starts to get serious. How does it impact the squad ahead of their first match? We've got a lot of quality. We're working hard every day. I have faith in the team. Well, we have a lot of quality in this squad. We're working hard every day. We're a working hard team. Can your team win the season's relegation battle? Of course we can. We're going to really throw everything that we have at it. We're prepared to fight. Yes. Yes, we are. We know that surviving is the most important thing. Can we get some points early in the season? Who knows where we might end up? But who we know it will be tough, that's for sure. Amuzu's acquisition from Mcgoldrick face and eagerly awaiting to see him grace the field. Do you expect him to be a part of the team against Bournemouth? Yes. He will be good for the team. There we go. Gets his morale up and about. Thank you. No more questions. DK. There we go. That's a press conference. I'm not going to show all of these. Right, so at this stage, I'm not going to activate a second controller and start playing with teams because I want to show you what, the major glitches that are happening here in career mode at the moment. They are definitely not going to put out their best 11, you feel, but we'll wait and see. I don't even know who's playing for Bournemouth at the moment, but we've brought in Reggie Cannon. We've brought in Amuzu there on the left. There are our two acquisitions. Let's see how we go, and we're going to have to make some more purchases, that's for sure, but we've got two fresh faces here into the Sheffield United for the opening game of the season. We are in ultimate difficulty, 6-minute halves. Let's get into the first game of our FIFA 20 career mode. Alright, I've already seen the craziest thing. Jamie Vardy has just gone and signed for Bournemouth, and he's got the captain's armband. Okay, well, things are already going haywire here in FIFA 20, but I can't see Jamie Vardy leading Leicester, unless he got a big dollar offer to play for a Champions League club. But I mean, he's already won the Premier League, so I don't know. He's gone to Bournemouth. What's going on here? Alright. So, Sheffield United, what have we got? What have we got our, life all about here playing a regular career mode? Jamie Vardy. Here at Bournemouth. We're going to have to be wary of him because he does have a lot of pace. So, we'll have to wait and see how we go. Hopefully, we can have... There he is. There he is. DK. That's me. Just sitting there on the sidelines. In full control. And Bournemouth and Sheffield United here in the opening game of the Premier League season. We've got a few loanees in, but hopefully... I just want to see the presentation. I'm not going to show you all this stuff every time, but obviously the first game of the episode of the career mode. We want to see everything that's going on. Do we get to see the team sheets or anything like that? There we go, team sheets. So Travers, whoever he is, Stacey, Simpson, Cordner and Kelly. Yeah, right. Great team. Okay, who are all these lads? Such high numbers. King, you can just tell they're put out subpar when you can see that the player numbers are so high. So we've got Henderson there between the sticks. Cannon, the new acquisition there at right back. Mid-3 there. Besic is in on loan as well. Hussein, Sharp and Amuzu, the fresh acquisition on the left wing. And we'll see how we go here. Opening day of the Premier League season. Alright, so the gameplay is a lot different here on FIFA 20. It's more, look at that build-up play, expose the runs, and really work the space. Just take control of the ball. It's not about running and gunning it anymore. Crossing, definitely not as overpowered as it was on FIFA 19. We just need to work some space. Message. Morrison flicks one out wide. Oh, offside there. Got to fix up some gameplay settings, but we get our first shot. And 10 minutes in, we are controlling possession.
Keeping us up to date as usual. The goalkeeper in the eye.
Are you for cereal? No, you're offside. But for some reason the centre back fell over. We didn't press any button. He just decided to drop to the floor here. But it is an offside call. Unfortunately, we get another life. Oh, that's good from Reggie. Plays with danger coming out of the back line, but Moussa will feed this one off and find Norwood. Norwood pushes through the guts. He needs a run here. Gets his way out wide. He'll come back inside. Does well. Tries to pass it off here for Sharp. Flicks it on now. Ravel out wide. Moussa's making a run. Here is Moussa into the box. Can he get a strike away? He can, but he's bloody missed. Ah, you butt nugget. Served up on a platter. Got into position to shoot. Went near post. And missed completely. Well, 40 minutes gone here in the first half. It's still 0-0, but a corner now for AFC Bournemouth. Pull this one out deep. Someone needs to get in and find a defensive gap. Oh, it's taken a deflection. It's Jamie Vardy. And that will make it 1-0 to Bournemouth. The luck was on his side. And somehow it slipped through. Beaten everyone, all ends up. It was deflection central. And at the end of the day, Jamie Vardy will be accredited a goal here. Oh, that is a deft touch. I think he's actually meant to do that. Henderson left with his pants around his ankles. And it's 1-0 Bournemouth. Sheffield United on the back foot. Norwood with the intercept. Plays one through. Sharp. Besic, but there is the half-time whistle. 1-0 down. We've probably been in control of the game at Bournemouth with a goal through Jamie Vardy. Has the lead here at half-time. Norwood, Osborne, trying to fire one through. It's actually a great ball. And Amusu! Oh, good save. Right, we're going to make a substitution here. Billy Sharp's going to check out. And let's get big Oliver McBurney on up front and see if we can create a new dynamic here for us. Say gets the touch. Here's Reggie Cannon. The American drives forward. He'll get across inside for McBurney, who gets the touch, and it's a great save. Oh, somehow it's gone in. Oh my days. McBurney's checked in. Fuck me if he's found a goal. How on earth? It's got to be an own goal. It's just, oh, what is that? It's an absolute shambles. No one, oh, Burney's just put his foot through the net as well. I think it's come off the keeper's face. No, it's an own goal against Cordner. And we're back in the game. It's deadlocked at 1-1. And DK thinks his lucky stars. All right, it's 1-1. We'll make a change just to try and shore things up a little bit in the midfield. Just some fresh legs hopefully can help us. Maybe secure a point here. Bournemouth attack again, but Henderson there to cover it up. 6 minutes to go here in the opening day of the Premier League season. McBurney got the pace here. He's probably a bit fresher. And if we can take a point away from here on the road, I think we'll be happy. Flicks one through though. Here is Amuzu. He played inside. McBurney! What are you doing, McBurney? Oh! Animation Central. And there is the whistle. Well, somehow we get a point out of it. It's a 1-1 draw. 6 shots apiece, pretty even possession. We only laid 2 tackles, so we're going to have to get a lot better defensively. And there's a post-match interview. Yes, okay, let's go and do that. Is the draw on your debut for Sheffield United a good enough result for you to... Oh, I'm bloody happy with the draw. Don't you worry about that. We're away from home. It's not the end of the world. It's not a sprint. I expect more. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, we'll just go with that. May not have been a result we wanted, but the fans wanted. But the season is a marathon, not a sprint. We'll continue to try hard and try our best to improve. Cannon put in a great performance in his first match. What do you make of such a strong debut? Well, let's give him a big raps. It's clear why we brought him in. I don't see to put unnecessary pressure. He can offer us more. Let's go unnecessary pressure. Muzu put in a great performance on his first match. A strong debut. And we don't want to put any pressure on the young lad either. Let's just get that morale up and maybe they'll start contributing a bit better. No more questions. Right, so after a 1-1 draw, I think we need to bring in some more players. We definitely need a right winger. So really the only one that I'm looking at here at the moment is Pedro De La Vega, the Argentinian from Club Atlético Lanús. High attacking work rate. He's got some pace. And hopefully we can train some technical abilities. Let's see if we can bring him here to Sheffield United. Right, we get a deal done here for De La Vega for $4 million, and one of the players worth like 500 grand. So it costs us a little bit of coin, but we do need a winger here at the club. So let's see if we can get a contract sorted for him. All right, so we get our man De La Vega, the Argentine. He's only 18 years of age, but he's got some pace there, that's for sure. And we've got some pacey wingers now that we can hopefully build throughout this season. Billy Sharp is already on the decline. He's dropped a rating, and we probably need some midfielders that have a bit of pace because I mean, Morrison's all right, but Besic and Norwood are very, very slow to be controlling that amount of space. Jagielka, well, he's old, he's tiring, he's dropping rating, and we don't really have a lot in regards to things going on here. We've got Basham that we could possibly use, but I think he's going to go out the door as well. So probably looking for another new young centre-back and a central defensive midfielder at least, and maybe some more midfield talent to bring in to this squad. And maybe I'll spend some money to get invested in the youth academy. I think we might even use the Scout Future Star in this one, so let's send him out. At least we'll have one nice youth prospect coming through. Right, we've got an offer in here from Leeds United for Mcgoldrick for $2.3 million. I'm definitely willing to entertain that. I'm just going to straight out accept it. All right, we've got a player message in here from Mousse, who has been put on the bench He's been playing pretty good, so I hope you're not going to bench me for the game against Palace. Well, it's not all about you. Do we get angry at him? No, because we might need him. He's still only young. I will consider it, but there are bigger games ahead. Let's go with the consider it. And his happiness increases. In the inbox, though, Mcgoldrick has been sold for 2.3 million, 1.6 into the kitty, and Henderson sold as well for 440 grand. Right, it is time to get into the second game of the season. De La Vega will get a start here on the right-hand side. McBurney will go up front. Other than that, no changes to the side. That got the 1-1 draw, fortunately, but we are at home now. Hopefully, we can pick up maybe 3 points here against Crystal Palace. We've got our work cut out for us. Still some transfer work to do here for Sheffield United, but let's see how the boys can run out here today. I don't want to, swap and change too much in the first 11. You've got to get that continuity happening. Let's see how they go here in the rain at Bramall Lane. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, Bramall Lane, and it's in the game, FIFA 20, the new stadium. And Sheffield United looking to maybe turn this into a little bit of a fortress. We'll have to wait and see what happens. We'll have to wait and see if they like playing in the rain. That's probably the main thing. So 2 new wingers and the new right back already into this starting 11. And let's see if they can have a little bit of an impact here today against Crystal Palace. You know that Palace have a little bit of pace. Whether they've put Zaha out there, I'm not too sure. They've probably just put out some half-assed team, which, I'm not too worried about because we're not really up for the challenge just yet. But as things progress through this career mode, we'll start activating that secondary controller at least to get a decent team put out here opposition-wise. Just progress through the first few games and get a feel for what's happening here in FIFA 20. And yeah, I'm not even sure who Crystal Palace are going to put out. It'd be nice if they put up their team sheets a little bit earlier so we don't have to go through all this formality. So we go with Henderson at the back. Obviously, Reggie Cannon comes in for his second game. Jagielka's been given the captain's armband. He is a leader of men. Morrison, Besic and Norwood, the 3 in the midfield. And when De La Vega gets his debut on the right-hand side, McBurney up front and Amuzu on the left. Sharp drops to the bench. There is the Crystal Palace line. They've got a Henderson between the sticks as well. Florenzi, Woods, Innes and Van Arnholt. Okay. MacArthur, McGregor, Kirby. And Ayew and Dali up front. Who's on the bench for him? Zaha was there on the bench. Okay. Well, they're underestimating Sheffield United by the looks of things. There is Norwood. Straight off. Kick through, picked out. Vega getting back defensively, and he's been stripped here by Kirby. Ball comes inside, Jagielka does well. Morrison plays it off, Besic flicks it out wide. De La Vega getting involved here early, good to see. Straight off the plane, straight to training, and ready to go. Good flick on, Reggie Cannon gets into the attack. There is Cannon, he'll cut back now. Looks for McBurney inside. No, he's gone deep. And it's a header from Amuzu, and it's been put wide. Osborne plays it through. Amuzu uses that pace. Has he got a cross here for McBurney? No, he goes deep. Oh, unlucky for De La Vega. Ayew finds some space. Oh, my days. What is our centre-backs doing? The seas were parted. And in their first real attack going forward, it's Ayew putting Crystal Palace in front. And just look here, our centre-backs were completely out of position. And bang, it goes in from just outside the box. Henderson, no chance on that one. Oh, well, we've got a bit of work to do defensively. 1-0 down here at home. Henderson out the back. Morrison will get the touch, finds Cannon. Oh, he's gone and put that one into next week. DK not fucking happy. Come on, boys. Get in there and fight for it. Besic. Osborne. Oh, that's poor. Poor passing here from Sheffield. Oh, Cannon. Lovely. We paid the money. He's paying it back tenfold. Out the back door here for De La Vega. Down the line comes the Argentinian. Can he whip something here into the box? Drives it deep. Amuzu. Picked out by Florenzi. Closing in on half-time. Another corner here for Sheffield. Norwood brings the rain again. Punched out by Henderson. Finds Osborne. Lays it off. Big centre-back Jagielka. Oh, geez, no chance, mate. Oh, he didn't rip the hamstring off the bone. Morrison Plays it forward. Here is De La Vega. Lays it off here for Cannon. Playing inside, and here it is! It's McBurney! It's a goal for Sheffield United on the cusp of half-time. And the new lads are really starting to have a little bit of an impact here for Sheffield. You put Big McBurney up front, he's paid the faith. We're back in the game 1-1 at half-time. De La Vega, Cannon, Chipovic over the top of it, and fuck off, you bitch, it's a goal of it to McBurney. 1-1. Game on. Get in, son. And there is half-time. That equalised the ledger through McBurney. 1-1. Oh, it's Bobbles. Oh, no! Fuck! Come on! I know it's a wet ball, but you've got to do better, boys. Show some composure. 2-1 Crystal Palace. The defensive error once again. Ah, for fuck's sake. Just a little bobble. Enough to fall into the attacking line of Crystal Palace. Henderson can't believe it. He's been hung out to dry again here. What the fuck are you doing, defenders? Oh, we need some centre-backs here desperately. It's a shambles. He can with his pace. Tries his way forward. Cuts back inside nicely. Amusu! Oh, he's gone wide. Right, 10 minutes to go. Let's make some changes. Norwood, Amusu, and De La Vega all checking out. Freeman, Robinson, and Musay check in. And Robinson will drive forward here. Still comes Robinson. Needs to flick on. Oh, Freeman, you needed to put your boot through it, mate. Well, there is the whistle. We suffer a 2-1 defeat after a diabolical effort at the back. You can see the second goal. And the long, hard road here to stay in the Premier League is all setting up 2 games in. Well, 9 shots to 4. They control the possession. And once again, the tackles. But hopefully, we can bring some players in and get Sheffield United back on track. Right, we've got a transfer offer in here for Leon Clark. I'm just going to go and accept it. He's 34. He's dropping in rating. And we've also got an offer in here for Billy Sharp. Okay. I mean, he's already declined 1 rating and we're only 2 games into the season. I know he's a star mat here. He's probably going to retire soon anyway. They've put money on the table. Let's see if we can get a deal done. Offer in from Paderborn for Chris Basham. 3 million from Paderborn. I'm going to accept this one as well. Right, Buenos Aires in for Ender Stevens. He's not our starting left back either. 29 years of age, 5.5 million. I'm going to accept that as well. Right, so I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the comments. Maybe you guys can help me out with some targets that we can go and find. We've got about 20 million. I don't want to go and spend like 8 million on one player if we don't have to. I'd rather, 3-4 million, some up-and-coming talents maybe. You guys can let me know in the comment section. But let's have a look at what we've got going on here. Obviously, Dean Henderson in on loan from at Manchester United. He is the #1 goalkeeper. Eastwood is out on loan. We've got Verrips as the backup. And Dewhurst, I've got transfer listed. Hopefully we can offload him. I'm happy with two keepers at the club, to be fair. We can maybe bring in some youth academy ones later. Osborne has gone up 1 to a 73. Norrington Davis is out on loan, and Stevens has been approached by Buenos Aires, so he could be leaving for a little bit of cash. Jogi Elka is retiring at the end of the season, so we may as well play him out. He's 37 now. Jack O'Connell is his partner at a 74 overall. Stearman, I've got him transfer listed. Basham could be leaving to Paderborn. And Byron, well, we'll have to wait and see what happens with him. He's still only young. But we might have to get a deal to offload it. We don't want to offload all of the players, of course, because we need a squad. But I want money to try and, we're at 33, so we've sold 7. I'd like to get that down to like 26 maybe. We'll see what we can do there, and then that'll allow us to bring in some youth academy players. Ferguson transfer listed. So Reggie Cannon is a 70, has been performing quite well, showing great potential, of course, so we should get up to that, 83 rating maybe. And obviously dynamic potential is in play as well, so we could go higher than that. Freeman is transfer listed. Beldock, 26. We'll see what happens with him. Probably keep him as a backup for now. Thomas out on loan. Norwood, controlling that midfield for us at the moment, but he is 28 years of age. Besic is in on loan, so we really do need a central defensive midfielder to come through. Slater out on loan. Freeman, 73, coming off the bench, but, happy to replace him as well. Duffy is 33 years of age, out on loan at Stoke City. Okay. Morrison, you know, he's looked good. Maybe he needs a new contract. Let me know in the comments. Do we get Morrison a new contract before, you know, things go pear-shaped? 76 rated at 26. Musa we've brought in, showing great potential as well. Not happy with the team performance, but 70 overall. He'll keep growing, as will De La Vega at 70 overall. So we've got 2 wingers in. We've still got a lot of strikers here, though. Callum Robinson can play the left-hand side. Still only 24. Billy Sharp could be leaving. We'll have to see what happens there. Young, I'm trying to offload. Musay, I think we can keep around unless you feel that he should go as well. I don't know. McBurney, I think, will be our starting striker. I mean, he's got us a goal, so that is the main thing. Leon Clark could be leaving as well. Tyler Smith out on loan at the Rovers, and Parkhouse is out on loan at Derry City. So make sure you leave me some comments. I don't want ridiculous. Don't say go and buy Messi or some bullshit. We need strategic players here that can probably play the first 11, if not come off the bench, and maybe have some potential to grow. And we really need to strengthen up this back line. Right, and the other thing we're going to keep an eye on here in this season, because we're not messing with the teams and the likes, is seeing how pear-shaped things go, because, yeah, I've seen some pretty crazy scenarios so far where Manchester City get relegated in the first season. Interestingly enough, Villa are on top, Palace in second, Chelsea, Watford, Newcastle, Man City there in 6th, Spurs, Arsenal, Man United, West Ham, Brighton, Everton, Liverpool down in 13 with the 2 draws, Norwich, Southampton. We sit in 16th position with a draw and a loss, which is the same as Wolves. Leicester, Burnley and Bournemouth are currently on the bottom of the table. That's where we finish episode 1. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new around here. As I said at the start of the episode, the Youth Edition will come to the channel once we get some outlay on when the career mode patches are going to be implemented, or if I can, you know, get about $1,000 together to move over to PC. It's not the fact that I can't get the game, it's the fact that I don't think my PC can handle recording and playing the game at this stage. You're not a full-time YouTuber. These things happen when you don't make the coin that these big boys do. But anyway, there we go. Sheffield United Career Mode is underway. Our first career mode now here on FIFA 20. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one. The Sparring DK channel now has Patreon, and if you feel like just going that little extra step to help, you know, the channel grow, you can go across to the website, pledge your allegiance to myself, and for $1 a month, you're basically putting it in a jar and allowing for us to go and buy some more beers and record some more beer drinking episodes. Thank you very much to the current lads that have gone ahead and supported the channel. Absolutely tremendous to see anybody willing just to give that $1 a month at this stage. I cannot thank you from the bottom of my heart. You really will make a difference in the future. So jump across there if you're that way inclined to the Patreon channel. Sign up today and we'll see if we can get some extra beer drinking episodes for you at home. Now, if you are looking for some more content, we've got a couple of videos. One here, and if you want to subscribe, there's a button right there. So go ahead, subscribe, and you'll be notified when the videos